Hello everybody, welcome to my book talk on Animal Farm by George Orwell. The genre is satire, classical fiction, and political fiction. In the beginning, we have lots of characters. We're greeted by Mr. Jones, Miss Jones, followed by some of the animals: Old Major, a white boar that won middle prize, 3 dogs, Bluebill, Jessie, and Pitcher, and a bunch of other unnamed animals. They all gathered up because of something that had gone on the night before with Old Major. As I was reading this first part, I enjoyed how detailed it was, as it gave details on where they sat, how they looked. An example from the book on how detailed it was where they described Old Major as 12 years old but still looked majestic. The main idea of the book is how Old Major says there will be an overtake to the humans and animals will rule, which gives the name Animal Farm. Toward the middle, they make a big plan to build something that would be huge to their success, but come through some troubles as a character messes up. You'll have to read a book to find out who, what, when, where, why, how, stuff like that. The animals start to deceive each other, and in the ways George describes them, it is just so pleasing to the mind. I don't know, it just smooth like butter. It just goes right through. The words just breeze past. But as you go further into the book, there are some pretty complex words which I still don't get. But I just kind of piece things together. You know, most of you probably read this in a day, but I read pretty slow. This book, shorter or less thick than the normal one. The normal one's like this thick. This one's only 56 pages. The regular one's 144, I believe. 114, something like that. Reading the book was smooth for the most part, but like I said, it gets harder and harder since there's a lot more big words in the end, like, you know, starting at like page 38 to 60. But let's talk about the details. In the book, there's a lot of descriptive talk. Talked about how, like, one's mane has bows in it, and they think that it's better than, you know, theirs. Or one pig's smarter than another pig. Stuff like that. But if you want to see all that, you'll have to read the book. In the book, Animal Farm, it really, you know, hooked me into it. At first, you know, it was because I didn't really see a point in the animals just talking and, you know. But as it got further and further, I see that there's actually a reason that this book was made. And, you know, George Orwell really did a great job at just hooking you in right as you bit. You just said, oh, this is, you know, descriptive, and then he's just hooked you in from there. You just could not stop reading. There's 10 chapters in this, and each one of them throws something new at you, like, boom, here's something, boom, here's something. Yeah, it was really, you know, action-packed throughout the entire book. One of the only things other than the, you know, the big words in there that I couldn't really understand, that I did not like, was, you know, near the end, kind of just threw the ending at you. It didn't lead up. It just said, here, like, 2 years later, boom, ended. Stuff like that. Kind of like All Quiet on the Western Front. But this one was a bit, you know, longer than All Quiet on the Western Front. The way that this book was political fiction was because the animals had some, you know, arguments and, votes on should they do this or should they do that. Overall, this book was one of my favorites that I've ever read. I mean, I haven't really read much. I used to read Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Diary of a Minecraft Zombie. I don't know why. But this book was really great. I think I'll give it an S tier. By the way, S tier's above A tier. Bye.